Is Haywood Highsmith showing that he deserves a rotation spot this upcoming season? Nikola Jovic returns to NBA preseason. Jamal Cain continuing his dominance in the preseason, and the Miami Heat falls short against the Brooklyn Nets. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Ernest, and we are back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Please take a moment to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. We on the road to 3,000 subscribers, but we're rocking and rolling with another Miami Heat Talk adventure. So for those of you that did not watch the preseason game last night against the Brooklyn Nets, it was an amazing game. I know it's NBA preseason, so a lot of times you're not going to have people excited until the season starts. But it's like I said before the preseason started, you guys, it's going to be exciting for the Heat because the fact that we didn't trade for Damian Lillard, you want to see what players step up. And if these assets that the Miami Heat decided to keep are truly assets, you're seeing that. Last night, the Miami Heat lose 104-107 to the Brooklyn Nets. A tight game most of the game. You got a lot of competitive play. I will say this. Miami was without a lot of their players. And some of these reasons are hilarious to me. You got Jimmy Butler out because he's still getting into game condition and a dental surgery. You got Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love out because they're giving opportunities to others. Caleb Martin doesn't play. Tyler Hero doesn't play. Jaime Jaquez doesn't play. RJ Hampton doesn't play. You got a lot of players missing these games. But because of that, you're seeing other people step up. You have Haywood Highsmith, 15 points, hits 5 3-point shots. Totally showing on the offensive end that he's evolved his game. But not just that. Haywood Highsmith is becoming even better defensively. We've known Haywood Highsmith for the last 2 years being in the Heat's developmental system. You've seen that Haywood Highsmith was a defensive specialist, but he had no offensive game. That's changing. You've seen it in the offseason where he's shooting threes and it's getting consistent. But in my opinion, you guys, when these players post these videos in the offseason, it means nothing. Ben Simmons be hitting three-pointers in the offseason. Ain't nobody believing these videos. Speaking of Ben Simmons, Jesus Christ, I mean, the guys fell off completely off track. I mean, being one of the best players in the NBA 3 years ago to now being just a joke in the NBA. I'm not saying he's a terrible player. I'm saying from what he was to what he is now, it's insane. It shows you how much the mental game is so important in the NBA. But speaking of mental game, you guys, you got Haywood Highsmith just locked in, defensively shutting people down, hitting the open shots, doing the things that a quality Miami Heat role player needs to do. We know this team is going to be predicated on Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero offensively. I do predict a breakout season from Caleb Martin. That's our big four. But you need guys like Haywood Highsmith to step up and play a role when certain guys are either not playing, out of their funk, or just to step up to make this team more deep. And it's like Eric Spoelstra said before the preseason started, and it's like we're seeing right now. This is a very deep Miami Heat roster. You have multiple players that can play multiple positions. You got a bunch of wing players, which in the NBA is very critical. But then the Miami Heat have also upgraded in size as well. You got Bam Adebayo, Thomas Bryant, and Orlando Robinson stepping up. 3 quality centers. Now, I saw in my previous comments that people are saying we still need a power forward. And even though, yes, I agree with you guys, of course, an upgrade in the 4 position would be perfect. But look, I'm going to throw some names at you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys that I think we're fine at the power forward rotation. Kevin Love is starting, or you can mix it with Caleb Martin. I know Caleb Martin isn't the tallest power forward in the NBA, but this is the new NBA. It's positionless basketball. You got Caleb Martin that can play the 4. You got Nikola Jovic waiting in the wings. I've said this before, you guys. I think Nikola Jovic is going to fully step up this season. He came back in the preseason. He looked good with the 24 quality minutes he played. I think this power rotation with the Heat is just fine. And I think it's going to get better throughout the season. Now, there's other guys who just really showed you something. Now, I'm going to give my apologies because in the last video, I stated that Drew Smith was cut by the Miami Heat. That was incorrect. I read the name wrong. It was actually Drew Peterson and Aldonis Williams that were released from the Miami Heat. And I'm so happy that I was wrong because last night, Drew Smith showed you what type of point guard he's going to be in the NBA. I've said it before, you guys, and I'll say it again. This guy gives me so much flashes of Gabe Vincent. Last night, he gives you 7 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, leading the offense out there. And guys, this wasn't the scrubs that the Miami Heat was playing. Brooklyn sent out their starting 5. The starting 5 that's projected to play during the season. Now, call Brooklyn what you want, you guys. They're not a top 4 team. But the Brooklyn Nets this season, with Mikal Bridges, Nick Claxton, and Ben Simmons, whatever he can do, can be a playoff or play-in team. So you're giving me a team that's a possible playoff team in the East. And this Miami Heat team, with a bunch of undrafted players and a bunch of our starters sitting, still took it to the Brooklyn Nets. You got Drew Smith giving you quality minutes. Drew Smith, you guys, is fighting for that final roster spot. There's 13 confirmed spots with the Miami Heat. I think the Miami Heat's going to give only one more full roster spot. The Heat usually leave the 15th spot open because you want to stay under the luxury tax and the second apron tax, and then you never know what can happen with the possible trade where you can throw in 2 players. Now, this season, NBA are allowing teams to keep 3 two-way players. Right now, the players that are sitting on a 2-way contract is Jamal Cain, Drew Smith, and oh my God, I am brain farting, you guys. I'm so sorry. If you guys can remind me, I know it was Orlando Robinson, but he got signed to a full-term contract. I believe Cole Swider. There we go. Cole Swider. My apologies. So you got Cole Swider, Drew Smith, and Jamal Cain all having 2-way contracts. Now, one of these 3 guys can evolve to a regular season contract, can be put in the regular season spot. That would leave one more 2-way contract available. So you have a lot of these guys that are fighting for that final roster spot because you don't want to be on a 2-way contract. On a 2-way contract, it's not guaranteed. You want that final roster spot. So you're seeing Jamal Cain, Drew Smith, Cole Swider bust their ass to try to get this final roster spot. Jamal Cain last night gives you, 7 points, but 14 rebounds. Dude is an animal on the offensive glass, and he is showing every preseason game he's getting that much better defensively. Drew Smith, a little Gabe Vincent, but Cole Swider, 15 points on 5 3-point made. He's showing you that the first game in the preseason was not a fluke. Cole Swider is here to stay. Now, Duncan Robinson has 12 points on 4 3-point shots made as well. Oh, excuse me, 2 3-point shots made, and then he got the rest with, drive-ins and free throws. Duncan Robinson is showing the evolvement of his game. He's not just a shooter. He can create in other levels as well. We saw it in the playoffs. We saw him kind of elevate his game in the playoffs. You're seeing it in the season as well. This is exactly what we needed from a guy like Duncan Robinson. Don't just be a shooter. Evolve your game. Get better, because we saw in the 2020 and the 2021 season, Duncan Robinson was the man. But after that, teams started figuring him out. They started figuring out where his bread was butter. You just contain it. Now that Duncan is evolving in certain other levels in his game, he's going to be that much more of a problem. Now, something that does suck last night, because, we did see the return of Nikola Jovic. He gives you 7 points in 24 minutes, 5 assists. I believe he had 7 rebounds as well. I don't have it in front of me. I'm going off of memory, you guys. But it was incredible highlights. But with Nikola Jovic being out, I'm coming back. It's kind of one of those things. If someone's healthy, someone else has to go down. Josh Richardson does injure his foot in only 7 minutes of play. It's a re-aggravation from an injury he previously suffered. So I don't think he's going to be playing tomorrow against Houston. This is something we definitely need to monitor, and it sucks because you have the injury to Jaime Jaquez. Now you got the injury to Josh Richardson. You want this team 100% going into the season. And then these are the wrong guys to be injured, because we know that Jimmy Butler's not going to play a full 82. You got Kyle Lowry, you got Kevin Love, both in their mid-30s. So you need these guys, Josh Richardson, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, to step up. when certain players miss these games. We've seen it from the Heat in the past. In the 2022 season, when Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo missed multiple weeks, guys like Omar Yurtseven, Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent started stepping up. That's exactly what we rely on, these deep players that we have in our roster when people go out. Now, like I said, the Miami Heat have their final preseason game tomorrow against the Houston Rockets. After that, the Miami Heat will have our regular season open next Wednesday against the Detroit Pistons. Big game for the Heat. I've said this before, you guys, and I've said it again. It is time for the Miami Heat to have a breakout season this year. We saw it with Damian Lillard not getting him. We saw all the flack. You saw all the crap being talked in this offseason. The Miami Heat need to come out and have a strong regular season, and that's going to start with a great start. You start off 5-1, 6-1, you're shutting all the doubters up. But if you start 2-4, 2-5, similar to last season, the jokes are going to be piling up. Now, I think the Miami Heat need to give more reins to Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith during the season is going to be a problem. He's better in the offensive prowess. He's one of the best defensive players we have in this team. And if you have a lineup out there, you guys, of Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler, Haywood Highsmith, and Tyler Hero, not only offensively is that going to be a nightmare, but defensively, not Tyler Hero, but you got 4 guys that are going to clamp down. That's a great roster. And the good thing about this team, I've said it before, there's so many Swiss Army knives, you guys. You got so many players that can play multiple positions and cause problems. I'm excited for this Miami Heat roster. I'm excited going into the 2024 season. Yeah, we didn't get Damian Lillard. Yeah, we didn't get Drew Holiday. Yeah, there's a shit show going on with James Harden, but I don't care about that. I'm loving this roster to assemble. You know what this roster is going to bring this year. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero have been stepping up their games every season. I'm predicting not a breakout season, but I'm predicting a big season from them both. All-star caliber seasons. Caleb Martin is on a contract season. You know he wants to step the hell up. And we have a guy by the name of Jimmy Butler, a.k.a. Himmy. When Jimmy Butler is given the reins and he's fully locked in, this will be the most dangerous team in the NBA. Call me biased, call me crazy, call me delusional. I don't care. What I call myself is a Miami Heat fan and a Miami Heat supporter and also a realist, because this team last season were 3 wins away of winning an NBA championship. Now it is time to push forward. Nobody's going to believe in us. Everybody's going to doubt us. And that's exactly how we want it. Ooh, I like that little deep voice there. You guys got to give you a little drama. So let me know what you guys think, y'all. What do you guys are thinking about Haywood Highsmith? I know a few of you in the comments in the past have said you don't really show love to Haywood Highsmith. Well, I'm doing it right now because the man is showing you that he's going to break out this season. He's not going to average 20 points a game and 10 rebounds, nothing like that. But he's going to be a pest in the defensive end, and he's going to be able to hit beautiful 3-point shots. What do you guys think about Josh Richardson's situation? Sucks, I know. And who do you guys feel deserves that final roster spot? Jamal Cain, Drew Smith, or Cole Swider? Maybe you think RJ Hampton deserves it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Before I leave, y'all think I was going to forget? Hell no. Ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday at 12 p.m. Yeah, we're going to do Saturday at 12 p.m. I will be doing my very first YouTube live video. And in that live video, I will be gifting this. Oh, it just popped out. I will be gifting this. I know I can't hold it beautifully right now, you guys, but you guys know what it is. The Bam Adebayo pink Miami Vice jersey as a thank you for getting me to hit 2,000 subscribers, I will be gifting this. One more time, you guys. Y'all have been doing it. I have added all your names into the raffle, but don't forget, follow me on Twitter/X. When you follow me, send me a direct message letting me know that you followed. Some people are telling me they can't send direct messages, so if you can't, send me a message here on YouTube. I will add your YouTube handle or Twitter handle to the raffle. Twitter, excuse me. And finally, this Saturday, 12 p.m., don't forget to tune into my live channel, my first YouTube live video where I will be doing the raffle for the contest. I'll put everyone's name, pick a name out, and you will get the Bam Adebayo jersey. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go Heat.